on a more serious level, we must take more than a passing interest in the socio-economic crisis in our country and the African continent. You have a situation where our governments are implementing neoliberal policies, dangerous policies, retrench workers, devalue your currency, withdraw subsidies from health, education, and the rest of them. And so, how do you cope? You are multiplying and you are promoting poverty. And I'm talking of IMF and World Bank. The greatest hypocrites, when it comes to the protection of the right of refugees, or the greatest promoters of refugee crisis in the world, is the United States of America and the West, through dubious plans like go and invade Libya. And now we have about 6 people claiming to be presidents of that country. Go and remove Saddam Hussein. You have the crisis in Iraq. Now the crisis in Syria. So we cannot pretend, and the UN cannot continue to pay lip service to the crisis of refugees without addressing the root cause of the crisis of refugees. If Blair and President Bush sat down and concocted this business of, what do they call it now? When they claimed that there were weapons of mass destruction, it turned out later that it was a blatant lie, and nothing has happened to both of them. So if we are talking of accountability, those who caused problems in Afghanistan, in Iran, in Syria, Iraq, Libya, and the whole world is in crisis, we must insist that accountability we are talking about, we must make an example of certain leaders so that others will not cause problems for their own people and Africa. The man in Chad, the fellow in Chad, Asni Ibri, we pursued him, is in jail in Senegal. Charles Taylor is in jail, and we must get more of them. We are pursuing the fellow in the Gambia, Yaya Jammeh. We are pursuing him. And unless we can pursue those who are causing problems for migrants, for refugees, and asylum seekers in Africa,